Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And this is just a little fun one today because last night, if you missed the live stream, it was just impromptu in the middle of the night. In fact, we ended the live stream after midnight Eastern Standard Time, and we have Professor Aunty Val, who's a Cincinnati Bengals fan. And I was trying to get her to LA. And after the live stream was over, we started checking on prices. And as you guys know, it was $221 round trip from FLL to LAX. But shortly thereafter, I got errors, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, could not book that price. Then I had to deal with Priceline had the best price on American Airlines. So I went to American Airlines. It also came up an error. But I want to let you guys know something. The reason why they came up errors is after our live stream, I guess because it was after midnight, same day, they started changing the prices. That's why we were getting errors, as it turns out. So ultimately, I worked for another hour and a half, and it just could be no go because they would have had to leave within 5 to 6 hours. So I tried. So the next best thing, you're going to have to stay tuned and watch this and let me know what you think, because we're still trying to get Miss Cincinnati Bengals something for this weekend. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Foci Optics. Check. Stop struggling now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, because today, once again, we have a special video because please share the videos because we have Professor Aunty Val. You guys know who she is. She's a member of the channel with the icon next to her name, and she gave the #1 passive income stream investment of 2021. So I thought it was only right that she's a Bengals fan, a Cincinnati Bengals fan who are in the Super Bowl in case you're under a rock. And because I was negligent, actually had family things to deal with, I didn't have time to think. But then on Friday night, I'm going to roll some tape on Friday night. For giggles and grins, we started looking at how much it was to get Aunty Val and her husband to Los Angeles. Look at this, $221 on American Airlines. So now you even have your carry-on ready for 2 nights. I'm just messing with you. Okay, 221. All right, 221, which means 442 for 2 people. FLL to LAX, leaving 7:50 a.m. in the morning. Hubby, where you at? To not go to the Super Bowl, but to actually go to some Super Bowl parties, hang out with some other Bengals fans, and have a nice time. So as we started to look, you'll see what happened. It was basically $221 per person. So we were at 440. You saw we went to around 480. And so therefore we had the airfare hooked up. We went to Airbnb, just like I'm about to show you. But before we get into all of that, check this out. You must share the videos, as I've mentioned and always mention, because we're trying to help other people. There's also a join button over here on the right hand side. That means you become a member of the channel, supporting Stop Struggling Now. And that means you can be on the Wednesday night live stream, the Monday live stream, the Friday live streams. If you want to join me, you can do that. But Wednesday, you can be the only one in the chat room. We had a new member join us, by the way. And he said, well, let me come on the live stream. So at the beginning of yesterday's live stream, we had a new member of the channel who has been a long time watcher. He started paying attention and he says he's ready with the SSN Nation program. So That was awesome, ladies and gentlemen. And if you have that icon, you can always join me on any live stream. Now, let's get back into the Professor Aunty Val, because it looked like it was a done deal, a wrap, because the only thing we had to worry about was getting her there. And because it was midnight, roughly, when we were talking, we only had 5 or 6 hours to get ready, right? So, needless to say, after the live stream was over, I sat there and I did some calculations, and then I tried to book the 2 seats from Priceline for the 221 times 2. You know what happened? Error came up. So then I went over to American Airlines, because that's where they had the special deal, and American Airlines error came up. All right. In fact, I think I took a screenshot. I'm not sure. So if I did, I'll show you a screenshot on this video. But the fact of the matter is, nothing was working, and I couldn't understand what's going on. I see 221 on Priceline. I see, well, actually on American Airlines website, it said like $900. It escalated real fast. So I guess they were changing their prices after midnight or something. So either way, you couldn't book it. So then Professor Aunty Val was like, it's a go. I'm about to have some fun. And so then I went, tried to book again. Then I called, or text, shall I say, Priceline. And then they were saying, hey, we can't do that price anymore. It's $304 per person. I said, okay, since we're in the mix, it's late night, I feel like let's do it. Tried to book that. Error came up. So at this point, it was about another 45 minutes to an hour. I don't know what time it was on East Coast. It might have been 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning, 1 a.m. for sure. And at that point, only 5 or 6 hours, because the plane leaves at 7:40 a.m. So you definitely have to be there by 6:15 or 6:30. So at this point, we only had 5 hours or less for them to sleep and get ready and roll. But nonetheless, it could not happen. So I felt so bad, so I had to make this video, because that last night I was like, it's a go, let's make it happen. It couldn't happen. So here's what has happened in the meantime. Because I know she's a Cincinnati Bengals fan, I do not know what gear she has. So you guys are going to have to help me out here, because I sent Aunty Val over a message via email, because I don't have her phone number, and I said, hey, since I couldn't get you over to LA for the Super Bowl to go have fun, then the least I can do is, because of that was a rush, the least I can do is get some Bengals gear, right? So I said, go to the Fanatics. She might not have got my email, but now she'll know about it. Go over to fanatics.com. I sent her a link. The link will be down below for you guys. And I want her and her hubby to pick out 1 gear each of what they want. And then, of course, SSN Nation, we're going to get it. All right? So you guys tell me. You can put it down in the comments, or after you go look at what's available, what you think that she may pick out, or what you think may be good to send to Aunty Val in case she decides not to tell me what she wants. But nonetheless, now, here's the key. She gets to pick. These are top sellers. So she gets to pick from page 1 and page 2. I don't know what's on page 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, and 20, whatever. But page 1 and 2 makes it small choices to pick. But nonetheless, you guys tell me. Cincinnati Bengals. Now, of course, think Super Bowl. We don't really want AFC champions, right? Because that's nothing. We want Super Bowl stuff. So starting like right here, you see LV1. That's 56 in Roman numerals. And like number 9 has it too. So anything on page 1 or 2. And you can see the different designs, right? All different type of designs. It doesn't really matter. And keep in mind, they have women's and men. So now you can make a distinction between husband should get this, wife should get that. All right, let me know. So you guys remember, I think she's in South Florida, but I don't know where she actually lives. So think of that as well, because generally South Florida has temperatures, 60 to, I guess, 100 in the summer. So you can wear like these type of short sleeve or long sleeve, with not very heavy. And then, of course, short sleeves is always good. And here's like the women's that I'm looking at right here. So now you see what I'm referring to. So some are unisex, which is fine. But of course, she has a choice as well. But let me know in case she doesn't want to say anything and you guys want to pick something out. Let me know your vote down below, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, the link is there. Here goes another woman's too. So men are always unisex. Women are cut a little bit differently. So you pick the women's that she should get and pick a men's version that you think that she should get. All right? For both of them. So I'm going to contribute to, even though we couldn't get her there, we're going to add to some of the Super Bowl gear. Now, here's the other kicker that she doesn't know. Now, tomorrow, when the Bengals win. Notice I said when the Bengals win. Let me know what you guys think's going to happen in Super Bowl 56. Who do you think's going to win? All right? Let me know who you think's going to win and give me a score. We actually did this last year. And only like, I don't know, 4 or 5 people put a score in. People put in, hey, I think so-and-so's going to win, but they didn't put a score in. All right? So here's how this is going to work. The closest person to the score, all right? Now listen to me very carefully, because there are certain things that are going to apply here, because there's going to be some people that are going to have close scores. So here's what I'm trying to say. First off, you have to pick the correct winner. All right? Whether you pick the Rams or the Bengals. That's the first one of the eliminations. The second one, the score. So here's the situation. Bengals win. What did I say? I think I said 30-21. All right? Let's say the score. I'll give you the score later. But the Bengals win. Bengals actually win 34-25. All right? So I said 30-21. All right? So to give you an idea, I was 5 points off on the Bengals winning, and I was 4 points off on the Rams score. All right? I'm adding those two together, and whoever has the lowest score wins. All right? So what could happen is somebody could say 32, but 20. All right? So just keep in mind, we're going to do a combination. So just because you didn't pick the right score, so somebody said 35, but then they picked like 10 for the Rams, you may not win, because somebody else might have picked 30, like me, for the Bengals, and then I picked 20 for the Rams. So therefore, my total points are going to be less than the other person's. So keep in mind, that's what we're going to do. And what am I going to do? You will also receive something number 1 or number 2 page. All right? So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Not that only Aunty Val can pick something, but you can possibly win something as well. And here's the bonus for Aunty Val. If the Bengals win tomorrow, that means there's going to be Super Bowl hats. You know, after the game, they always produce the Super Bowl hats, the Super Bowl gear, the specific stuff for that. NFL licensed, by the way. The Fanatics website is NFL licensed, by the way. We don't want to have knockoffs, even though I got to admit, knockoffs always have some wild stuff that's so cool that the NFL licensed guys usually won't let you have. But we're going to stick with the NFL license, all right? So, Aunty Val, if the Bengals win, you get a bonus. Some Super Bowl gear as well, whether it's just going to be hats or whether it's going to be some gear. They usually have a couple things. Sometimes they have a combo, but you'll have that, and you don't get to pick, but I'll pick, send it to you, so you'll have 2 of those, one for you and one for the hubby. So how's that, SSN Nation? Let me know what you think. Is that going to be fair? And oh, by the way, I haven't scrolled through. There might be something somebody sees right now that they might say, hey, you know what? This is what they should be getting, and this is what they should be for him and her, or however you guys want to tell me. Let me know. See, there's a large selection here, ladies and gentlemen. But again, page 1, page 2, using the link down below for this Fanatics page. So you're not going to Fanatics, putting in your own Cincinnati Bengals, and then what comes up. It's my link for what you're going to be able to choose, because it's specific. It's the top sellers for the Cincinnati Bengals, NFL selection, and it's generally long sleeve, short sleeve, and maybe even a jersey's in here somewhere. I don't know. But page 1, page 2, you see it's pretty extensive, and you have many, many options. And there will be a bonus as well that I'm not going to tell you guys about, but I'm going to tell you about it after Sunday night. So on Monday, when we do the winners, I'm going to let you guys know also what Aunty Val and her husband's going to receive. That's right. It's going to be pretty cool, I think. So we'll see what happens. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest update. And sometimes, just like in life, just like in business, you try to do something and you have a little failure. But that doesn't mean you can't turn into sugar, right? So just because we couldn't get her over there, at least we can still have some Cincinnati Bengals fun, and hopefully she likes that part. But we will see. Either way, it's going down, ladies and gentlemen. So let me know in the next 24 hours, because that NFL, I need to know from either Aunty Val and her husband or you guys. I need to know right away, the sooner the better, because some of these top sellers, they're not going to be around, and they're definitely not going to be around if the Bengals win tomorrow. Some of this stuff's going to be sold out. So I would like to be able to buy it before the Super Bowl, so it's guaranteed. All right? And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.